What's up, nerds? We got something a little different today. The game you see happening right here is a game I played against About Time Joey in the Creator Gauntlet. Long story short, it's a tournament that you should check out because it's super cool for all the content creators in Marvel Snap. 100 or so people entered, top 32 qualified. I qualified, yay. But this game is one of the dumbest things that's ever happened to me.
You gotta be kidding me!
So I wanted to narrate it and walk through it. I didn't record my own POV, but I asked Joey if I could use his perspective. He said yes. Thank you, Joey. That's pretty much it. Let's get into this ridiculousness.
Let's watch some crazy stuff, yo!
All right, we're starting game one here. I'm on top, keep in mind, because this is from Joey's point of view. Thank you again, Joey, for letting me record. Little fist bump to start. And I remember pretty much what was in my hand and what I was thinking for all these plays too. I don't really need to see my hand. So yeah, Black Knight and Ant Maze, just because I can't really benefit too much off of it. And obviously,
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Hey, Nerf. That's unlucky. That's so I mean, but I have to. I had to.
he's not wrong. He has to there. It's a free cube. All right, on to game two. Project Pegasus to start. That's ridiculous. I get a pretty good start here. Not really sure what his line of thinking is here, because his hand isn't really great for Project Pegasus, so I think he's just trying to get value out of his Nico and Spooderman there. And then I dropped the big boy. It's a pretty good start. And he doesn't know what I'm running yet. Now he does. It's a Black Knight Infinite deck. No Varoma. It's good for us both. Not really a big deal either way. And I snap here because, well, obviously I can tell what he's running at this point. I know he's playing like some sort of Nimrod shenanigans, possibly even Galactus. And I know with a Project Pegasus on board, with the Infinite on board, I'm ahead. And I had the armor to stop his destroy, because I thought he was going to invest more into the Nova Roma lane. So I was like, snap on armor, more so than the Infinite there. And yeah, we got Black Knight. We played an Ant Maze just to give it the ability, the +3. We don't have to, at this point, we don't worry about Killmonger at all. So I remember in this match, I'm like, just throw out your Sunspots, your Blades, Black Knights. Don't think about Killmonger anymore. Because Nimrod decks just don't run Killmonger. If they do, they're psychos. And he goes Shuri there. Which is a little awkward for him. He can't really take advantage of Ant Maze unless he just plays Nimrod there first. So I get why he made this play. And I think I'm sitting pretty. Yes, I am behind that Project Pegasus, but it's 4 cubes. I still have 9, so I'm like, this is fine. My deck pretty much did its thing. So all I have to do is close out here. And I don't know. I actually can't remember what was in my hand at this point, but I think I might even retreat. That's a pretty good play. I mean, that gets him basically 18 at Nova Roma, and he guarantees winning Project Pegasus, but I could drop something in Nova Roma and win there easily. Alright, here we go. I slam over there to try to swing back Project Pegasus because it was the easiest location to swing. And yeah, I don't think that was the best play in hindsight, obviously. But now that I'm looking at, he just played Venom to double the Nimrod.
Dude,
I don't
sweating, man. I'm kind of into this. This is kind of cool. He's sweating, actually, probably a little bit more than me.
Yeah, I'm in a bad mood at this point. I'm like, I woke up early. But yeah, I don't think I could have won that game anyways. In hindsight, at least. In the moment, I thought I was fine. Sunspot on 1 is actually my preferred play for this deck over Black Knight. because the earlier he gets Sunspot down, the better. And we have Quantum Realm, which I can pretty easily win, especially with Sunspot, against most decks. His deck, not so much, because he has Nimrod. Here, I'm playing out the armor early. I don't know why I played it over there. I think I played it over there because I thought he wouldn't play it at the Quantum Realm, his Nimrod at the Quantum Realm, because it gets smaller, so might as well just throw it at Expansion. In hindsight, I should have just floated there, really. Against this type of deck that explodes on turn 5 and 6, you should be waiting, which I do later in the game, but we'll get to that. He gets rid of Quantum, which is solid. He gets War Machine and Ghost Rider for me, which is absolutely useless. He can't do anything with either of those. Yeah, so he's going with the Symbiote Spider-Man, presumably to just go into Nimrod, into, you know, his stuff. And this is another game where I feel comfortable because I think I'm ahead. I definitely remember this one. I was like, all right, finally. He got a bad expansion pull. I got a good one. We're fine. They call Obsidian. Yeah, so he does a cute little play here. He holds onto the Widow's Bite because he doesn't really need to draw a card last turn. So he held on to it so he could merge Nimrod with Symbiote Spider-Man and then play the Widow's Bite and have it get destroyed. Which is pretty cute. I get his Shuri. I think that's why I snapped. I got his Shuri, and I believe I had She-Hulk and Infinite in my hand. So I just full float here and slam like a bajillion points of power on the in play next turn. So I think I'm fine.
Are you sure about that?
But I forget that there is an additional turn after this one, and he can destroy some more and keep going. I'm not sure why he played the Nico. There's no reason to play the Nico there. As the games go on, I think he got a little comfortable, maybe. And that's why he did some of the things he did. There is one play you'll see in a future game where it's like he purposely did something ridiculous. Because he felt like he had no shot. Shang-Chi, I did not expect from him in this list. Like, I guess it's a tournament, so you should pack a tech card, no matter what deck you're running. My tech card is War Machine. But yeah, he just shangs me into oblivion. That was the only way he wins that. Because look what I play right now. A 40 power Infinite, and then a 13 more power there. So yeah, I'm stupid. Really, I should have played She-Hulk and Blade at X-Mansion to try and flip there. Because it's armored. They can't get Shang-Chi'd. I should have known better. That game was me being a little dumb, honestly. Yeah, we're down to 1 cube. Like, I have to win 5 high-stakes games in a row here. Do I? I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, starting with the Black Knight. If I need to win a game, starting with the Black Knight's fine with me. We got the Raft. I'm usually not too great at winning the Raft. Neither is he. So, yeah. So I play armor here at Avengers Compound. At this point, I remember being like, hang on to armor. Hang on to armor. If I armor correctly, I win games. But Avengers Compound is there. So I know that unless he has magic, he has to play his Nimrod stuff at Avengers Compound. So I just throw it down, get it out of my hand. Luckily for me, I have a low-costed hand with Black Knight, so I can win the Raft, not a problem. And with Sunspot at the Raft, it can still get bigger even if I fill up the lane, which is awesome. It's one of the main reasons why I like Sunspot. You can just let it chill in the lane, and just the threat of Sunspot getting bigger is sometimes enough to make opponents double guess everything. So I think he was thinking about putting Spider-Man at Hala because he knows whatever he does at Avengers Compound is not going to be too great. So he just goes, he's trying to figure out what to do because this is a pretty awkward situation for him. I'm not sure why he made that play. I would have to ask him. That's a weird play, honestly. Like, if I was him, I would have played Shuri into Symbiote Spider-Man just to get like a bunch of power, because what he's doing right here just doesn't seem like there's a winning line at all there. Yeah. Weird play by him. I just get the 1 cube, so not a big deal. All right, we are in high stakes, so every game is 2 now, which is awesome. That's basically the only way I could come back to a game like this, is just getting to high stakes when you're on 1 cube. Everything's 2 even if you only have 1 cube. He's got the hand. Shuri into Nimrod into Destroyer. Dabby pops down. Obviously, I'm going to try to compete for that. So I do. And boom, we go into Lady Sif into Giganto. That's the play line I want. That's how you win games. Alright, so he's got his magic. But yeah, I think his play is Shuri because he doesn't need magic for what his hand is right now. So if I was him, I would just play Shuri here. And I mean, it's not too crazy, but he plays with the Vibranium Mines, I think, because his hand is fine. He doesn't need anything else. He's got Destroyer. Technically, Spider-Man into Nimrod is better than Shuri into Nimrod, so he goes for it. He doesn't care about putting more Vibranium in his deck because he doesn't need anything else. But him putting Spider-Man down like that, or Shuri, it tells me where I need to try to counter what he's about to do. So here, I distinctly remember, I play at Hala just so I can gain priority. I don't really need the War Machine there at all. I play War Machine there, but I'm playing it there to steal priority. And he just goes for it. Got him with the armor. At this point, I learned to play better with the armor. Like, all right, I gotta win 5 in a row. I can't screw up. Don't play armor at all, unless I know it's gonna do something, because I'm not really worried about too much stuff from him. Yeah, he has Shang, but he's not really a Shang-Chi deck. If he wants to add points to the board, he needs to do Nimrod stuff. All right, Elysium, that is super sick for me. Yes, it's good for him too. It's good for pretty much all decks. But me specifically, that allows me to double 4-drop on the last turn. It makes my Sunspot ridiculous, which we get down on turn 1. Nice. If I was him, I would magic there. So I believe he's playing his X-23 and Wolverine as bait for armor, basically. Armoring his Wolverine X-23 is almost irrelevant in this deck. So he puts them together, like with my Sunspot, knowing that I would probably want to armor that location. Usually Sunspot and armor go hand in hand because you don't want to get it to Killmonger or even Shang-Chi. So that's why he's doing that for sure. He adds another copy of Symbiote Spider-Man to his hand. I guess that's an okay play. He didn't really have anything else better. And his hand's not the best now. So he definitely should play magic at this point. I think he's thinking, hey, if I Symbiote Spider-Man into Symbiote Spider-Man, do I get a bigger, just another Symbiote Spider-Man? Which you do not. If you're watching this and wondering, that does not work. The activate will go away. It'll just turn into a 14 power creature. Yeah, he puts the other one with Wolverine and X-23. At least I think he is. Just to make the, those two bigger whenever they get blowed up. I put Black Knight at Clintar for priority reasons, and also I trigger it immediately so I don't care if it gets eaten up with Clintar. So that's why I put a card over at Clintar. So I wanted to compete for a priority. This match, in essence, is a priority battle between us. So yeah, he just goes Nimrod and Symbiote Spider-Man. Can't really blame him. That's just what you do in that deck. And yep. I think I just play that out because that's a lot of power. There's nothing else to talk about with that plan. Also, it steals priority from me. I know he's just going to play a Nimrod there or a Destroyer. So She-Hulk and Ebony Blade is just absolutely going to take priority from him.
Fuck!
Hello.
Sorry, Joey. That's so funny, though. I had armor in my hand that entire game. I remember.
This needs to stop.
So yeah, I remember that game specifically. And I was like, oh yeah, this is the juicy armor. We're on round 7. I am coming back. Technically, I've won 3 games in a row now, because 1 was a 1Q. So yeah. 3 games in a row, not bad. Really, the series, I've won 3, he's won 2. But I am down a lot more, because I made 2 really bad mistakes early in the match. It's a chimichanga. That obviously helps him way more than me. Or does it? Or does it? His hand's kind of awkward. No, his hand's perfect. He doesn't need anything else. He's got Venom, Carnage, Shuri, Nimrod. That's his deck. But yeah. Go hoping to chimichanga. Not bad. He extends the match. I'm okay. Every time he plays Magic, I'm like, okay, cool. I have another turn to like draw the armor, play another giant thing. Really, in the long run, I put more power on the board. So if I was him and I had like a good hand, I don't think I would ever play Magic again. Yeah, I go War Machine into Black Knight. That's great. I know where Nimrod's coming. And I believe I have 6 energy here. 7? I have 7. Nope, 6. We have 6. So I can just slam it as She-Hulk or Infinite wherever. We armor up. I mean, he still puts 12 power there though, so that's scary. I'm only up by 2 at the taco truck. So here I'm probably just like, I have to flip the Hellfire Club. And hang on to Limbo. That's usually how I play the situations. I'm up in 2 lanes, but barely. I like to flip one location and buffer one, and just put like any amount of power that wins a 3rd lane, just to force them to have to invest something there, which usually is enough for you to win the highly contested lane. Here it would be Hellfire Club, which I played enough. Game froze there a little bit. And yeah, so I flipped the Hellfire Club. Sorry, there's little issues with my video there. But we're not up there by much. So all I have to do here is, I know I'm gonna win Limbo. The only thing I could see beating me is like a Zola into Destroyer. So my best play would to just be like, put as many points at the Hellfire Club as possible. Because if he goes with the Zola, then and I think you realize that's why he's going through every single play line here, because he knows like he just doesn't have a way to put enough power on the board. And yeah, I do exactly what I said I would do, is buffer the Hellfire Club as much as possible. And he does that silly play I was talking about earlier. He just purposely kills his own Venom because retreating is pointless. So he was just being trying to be fun by doing this. I mean, like, whatever, I don't care. During the broadcast, I rewatched it. Guest is like, "Oh no, what is he doing? He killed his own Venom." But even before I watched the rebroadcast of it, I was like, dude, he obviously did that on purpose. He obviously was like, fuck this game, and then just killed his own thing. All right, down 3-1, dude. 3-1. This hand for him sucks. It's bad. He needs to draw Magic or Nimrod ASAP. Muir Island, definitely better for me. Definitely better for me. Also, it's kind of a spot where it's like obvious you would try to play Nimrod there, because you just get an extra point on him for no reason. Or stuff like Wolverine, which is what he does. Yeah. I think his hand is just awkward and he's trying to figure out if changing the location is good for him, which it is. I think changing the vault is a smart decision for him there. He needs to be able to play there on turn 6. Whether it's a Destroyer or a Venom or something, he needs to be able to do that. And we hope Summer's on 3. always welcome. If I'm not doing Lady Sif and the Black Knight things, you need to be doing Hope Summers things with this deck. So, and he kind of messed up here. His Symbiote Spider-Man is going to move with Aunt Maze. Sorry, the sound is desynced on the video, so sorry about that. Yeah, but I was saying with the Symbiote Spider-Man and Aunt Maze, he plays it there. His Symbiote Spider-Man is not going to be there for Nimrod. So, I think he's just trying to make the best out of an awkward situation. And get a big Wolverine, basically. Yep, he merges them, destroys it with the Carnage, and I'm pretty sure this is just an Infinite that's about to drop down, if I recall correctly. Yep. I put the Infinite there because I wanted to be able to contest where a big thing was going to be. And we're up by 16. This is fine. I'm worried about the Zola coming in on the Spider-Man. For sure, I am. I'm also worried about Destroyer. So, see what happens. Sounds back in sync. And maybe he would have still lost if that doesn't hit the Nico.
You gotta be kidding me!
It is unlucky for him. I definitely could have lost there. If it hits a Spider-Man, it would have made 2 more Spider-Mans, but that doesn't guarantee that the one that flips and gets bigger goes to where he needs it. They still could have ended up in the middle. So yeah, I definitely, I got, what is that, like 66% chance of losing that? So I got lucky. Savage Land, I'm pretty sure I go Sunspot here because I like putting Sunspot at locations that I think are going to get clogged, such as the Savage Land. Or like even Mojo World. Not great at winning Mojo World, so put a card there that can get bigger by itself, and then you put the rest of your small cards there to just contest the lane. You have the option of getting bigger in that lane later if you really need to. I think that's a great tip, not just for this deck, but for any deck that puts out singular big things or has issues winning like Mojo World and stuff. Put your cards like Sunspot or Nebula even at locations where you probably will lose, but you can force the opponent to respect your power. It's one of those small things I think that makes great players better than good players, is threats, the threat of still winning a location. That player, whatever the situation is, if you do something with the idea that like you're probably going to lose that location, but what that play does is you invest a little bit to force the opponent to have to invest more. I know this isn't an attrition game, but things like that really do add up. It could swing a game in your favor. Okay, we just go Cold Obsidian. Obviously don't have any discard stuff in my hand, otherwise I would have done it with Black Knight. And yeah, so here he plays Shuri, and in my mind I'm like, just armor the middle. I mean, I have Cold Obsidian there, protected from Shang-Chi. He's obviously going to play Nimrod there. So yeah, just armor that up. And he makes a very smart play by playing Carnage in the middle to get a big ol' Carnage, because he knows I'm holding on to armor this whole match. Which is exactly what happens. I armor because I got smart with it. He got smart that I got smart with it. You can see in the bottom there, he's like, knew it. I knew it. He did. He got me with that one. So I'm behind here, but I have a big thing with Blade. I have Sunspot. He's not ahead by a lot in any lane, and he can only play singular things. So, yes, he's winning all 3 lanes, but this is still really in favor of me. He knows I have Ebony Blade. He knows I have a Sunspot I can just like get bigger. He knows I have armor to protect from the Shang-Chi's. He's in a weird spot. But this play here, I'm confused by it, honestly. Why doesn't he play the Destroyer over at the Savage lane? That puts him at 24 there. if his Wolverine bounces in the right spot, he wins the Savage Land, or forces me to have to soak with Sunspot, but he doesn't. So I basically guarantee Savage Land now. So weird play by him. And here, all I have to do, I obviously can't beat Daily Bugle for 17 power, so all I have to do is, I know his biggest play is like, a symbiote Spider-Man here? A Shang-Chi? Or a Venom into, you know, that's his biggest play. I know he has 8 energy. I'm on top of my shit in this game. So I know I just have to win by more than 3 at Limbo. So you'll see what I do. I'm not sure why he does this. If I was him, I would have... Well, actually, he doesn't do that. But if I was him, I'd play Shang-Chi on the right and hope that I'm stupid. And I try to win the middle somehow. That's the best option. Or you go Shang-Chi on the right and then you Venom on the left to kill your Wolverine and hope your Wolverine or X-23 flips to Limbo. Yeah, it's only a 33% chance of winning Limbo because he knows I'm about to play something big here, which will get Shang-Chi'd. But a 33% chance to win is better than his play he's doing right now. His play he's doing right now is honestly confusing. It's hoping that I don't do something big at Limbo and that Wolverine flips over there. Right, 3 doesn't go in the right spot. Wolverine goes in the middle. He does not put enough power over at Limbo. Come on. How sick was that comeback? How sick was that? The last game, I think he would have gone on another game or two. He caught on that I caught on that he caught on. It was very, he played very well. We both made 1 or 2 really big mistakes that I think cost us the entire match. I made 2 mistakes in the first 2 games that cost me. I could have won one of those games, the 4-cuber. And at the end there, the last play of the entire match, he would have given himself at least a 33% chance at winning if he does Venom and Shang-Chi there. I'm not sure if he saw that plan, but I'm glad he didn't, because that was the sickest game I've ever played in a tournament. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this game. Okay, later.